everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kenzie if you don't know me, and welcome to my May monthly reset video. These are like some of my favorite videos to watch, so I'm really excited to make this. I love planning, organization, so this is perfect. Just for some context, I'm 23 years old. I'm from Alberta, Canada. I'm a psychology undergrad and I'm hoping to pursue grad school eventually to become a therapist. So everything on my channel has to do with wellness and living life to the fullest as a whole, hopefully helping others also live their best life. In this video, I will probably be referencing home at certain points. So I go to university in like a city, and that's where I am right now, but sometimes I'll go home to my hometown where my family is, where my boyfriend is, and I will be fully moving back home in actually a couple months now. I'm really excited. I love my hometown. So yeah, if you hear me say home, it might get confusing, but that's what I'm referencing is my hometown. Going along with school, I mentioned I'm a psych student. I'm in my university's honors program. So basically you conduct research under a supervisor and write a thesis, hopefully get published, maybe go to conferences. So I just wrapped up my first year of the honors program, and this spring I'm finishing up all my classes. And then next year I'll hopefully be able to work full time and then just work on analyzing my data and writing my thesis. So just some context, because I am a fourth year student and I'm wrapping up my classes soon, but I won't actually officially graduate until next spring. So that might be a little confusing. And also I'm just recovering from like a cold or something. So if I sound a little sick, that's why. Sometimes it's hard to tell like with your own ears if you sound any different. I feel like I sound different, but who knows? So without further ado, please join me with a coffee or a nice beverage or a snack, and let's jump right into the monthly reset. Before we start planning and talking about May, I want to talk about how April went. So I'm just going to pull up my calendar so I can remember what all happened in April. So April, I finished up my winter semester classes, which was great, and I had my finals. I had a job interview. I had my university student research day where I presented my poster for my honors research study. That was really cool. My mom came to see that, which was really nice. And next year I'll be giving a presentation on like my findings and discussion and everything. So it was cool to watch some second year honor students talk about that. And then I was home for like 10 days, which was super nice. So again, my hometown, I got to be with my family. We celebrated Easter. We had like a little Easter picnic, which was super nice. I got to spend time with my boyfriend. I have like a waitressing job back there that I've had since I was 18, so like it'll be 5 years this summer, which is crazy. So I worked there a little bit, which is always nice. I went on some cool little adventures while I was home. I love living in the mountains, so I'm super excited to be back like full time. I did get sick, as I mentioned, so that kind of sucked big time actually. I think I had like the flu or a cold or something. I had like body aches, runny nose, headache. Definitely looked gross. So I did some stuff with my honors cohort here in the city, which was fun after like student research day. And then yeah, I pretty much just came back to the city a few days ago for my spring semester. So that just started yesterday. One of them is really cool. I get to do like behaviorism with animals at a wildlife reserve and like stay in a cabin. So I'm so excited for that. So I'll keep you updated on how that goes because that's in May. So again, reflecting on April, I'm going to talk about my budget, my goals, all of that. So April was a good month. I think I had too high of expectations of what I was personally going to be able to achieve, but that's okay. So I guess first we'll talk about the budget. So I did get my tax return in April, which was an insanely high amount. I was not expecting. That's for sure the highest tax return I've ever gotten before. I think it's because my current job takes a lot more tax off than my previous job, and I'm a student obviously, so I get a little bit of money back, although it is my money, so it's not that exciting. So I have my budget here. I ended up spending a lot less on like my fixed expenses, so like my gas and my groceries than I was expecting, which was odd because March I spent a lot more in those areas, so I guess it all evens out, but those were quite low. I invested and saved, I want to say like 85% of my tax return. I invest in my TFSA and my FHSA, so tax-free savings account and first home savings account. I'm saving for a few different things, one of them being tuition, so paying for the spring semester, and then also I'm basically doing my thesis as like 2 courses next year, so I have to pay for that as well. So I put that aside, money in my emergency fund, stuff like that. And I also actually in April. This was kind of spur of the moment. I booked a tattoo appointment for July, so I'm really excited, and I'm actually going to go on like a camping trip near like Calgary and then get the tattoo. So I'm super excited about that, but I did spend a bit of money on like the deposit for that, and I put money aside for it as well. Dining out, it's kind of what I was expecting, just with like celebrating the end of semester and everything. Shopping was definitely more. I definitely should have been better. I've been really good all year, and this month I think I just did a little too much, and you really don't realize how much it like adds up to, because it's just like not huge purchases but just like frequent ones, and then seeing it all added up, I'm like, ooh, yikes. So we'll do better next month, but that's okay. This is why we track our spending. Otherwise I would think I like killed it, but I definitely spent more than I typically do. I did save, again, like probably like 85% of my tax return. So I'm also, I mentioned this in one of my vlogs, I'm redoing my room a little bit. Definitely on a budget, but I bought like new bedding from Silk and Snow. They're a Canadian company, so I really want to support Canadian. I'm obsessed with my new bedding. I ordered some prints and frames and then printing of the prints. So that costed a bit of money, but that's okay. I'm gonna sell my vanity, so I'm thinking that will probably offset it a little bit. And again, I didn't spend anything crazy on it, but definitely a bit of money. And I'm hoping to not spend much more on it. Kind of bought the big things. So what else happened? Oh yeah, I also paid for the camping trip in July. That costed a bit of money, not very much at all, but that did come up as well. We have a new addition to our family coming soon. I'm so excited about that. I'm also like planning the baby shower, so I did purchase stuff for that. I did pay for a week-long gym membership when I went home, but then I got sick, so I barely used it. I think that's pretty much it with the budget for April. I was like really hard on myself about it initially. Looking it over, it's really not that bad. And again, I saved and invested a ton of money, so I just am hard on myself. All right, so now reflecting on April's goals. I'm not going to share all of my goals just because some stuff I like to keep personal, but I'll share a few. So one of them is using those interdental picks things. I had braces from like 12 to 15. I have permanent retainers on the backs of my teeth, so it makes flossing a lot harder because you have to like weave in. So I've been using dental picks every night to kind of like floss in there. So I've been doing that since January, and I've been actually really consistent with that, so that's been good. Drinking lots of water, I kind of put that every month to like stay accountable for it. Finished semester with a 4.0. I did do that. I wasn't sure if I would be able to, but I had a 4.0 year, so I'm really proud of myself for that. I had goals for certain amounts in my emergency fund and an amount I wanted to invest that month, so I did do that. I did over both of those goals, so I'm glad. One of them was stick to budget, so I didn't check this off just because I spent a lot more than I was expecting to. So realistically, I know I could have been better with my spending, so I didn't check that off. Keep up weights 3 times a week. I did not check that off because when I went back home, I got sick, and then I didn't go to the gym, and then I haven't been to the gym since then, so can't check that off. We will be better next month for that. Sometimes being sick just derails you, but I should be picking back up at it. In bed by 9 p.m. every night. No. Definitely did not do that. Sometimes I just like set way too many goals, and I think this was a month where I did. I put incorporate meditation. I love meditating. I definitely don't do it every day. I think I did it twice in April, so I did not check that off. Start journaling again. I used to be obsessed with journaling. I think this summer I'm going to make it a priority to get back into that. I'm trying to be a bit more mindful about my goals and not just setting a million different like wellness goals, because then I can't target specifically any of them and then none of them happen. I had read a book, so I did do that. I finished Iron Flame, and I'm currently reading Onyx Storm. Take my dirt bike out. I did not do that. When I was home, I wasn't sure what the weather would be like. Sometimes it's nice enough in April. It definitely was. But then we kept getting like snow, and then it was melting, and then snow, and then it was melting, and then it got nicer out, but then I was sick, so that didn't happen, but that's okay. Keep posting on YouTube, so I did do that, so I got to check that off. And then one of my goals was 10 YouTube subscribers, and I did do that. I'm actually at 36 right now, so pretty stoked on that. I honestly was not sure if I would hit 10, so I'm really excited that I did hit 36. Okay, so now for my May goals. I kind of wanted to do it a little bit differently this month, where I set like my 2 life priorities right now, because I always set like a million goals in every different life domain, and then it's just like overwhelming, and I can't again put all my energy into the ones that I actually really want to hit. So for May, my priorities are fitness and like health, and then relationships / social life. This is because, as I said, I'm moving back to my hometown in a couple months, so I really want to get to hang out with all my friends here while I'm still here. First goal, stick to budget with 2 exclamation marks. That's pretty self-explanatory. Post on YouTube at least 4 times. Again, kind of being consistent, but this time I put like a numerical goal. I want to hit 7,000 steps a day. Most days, if I don't hit it every single day, that's okay. I would like that to be kind of my normal. Weightlifting 3 to 4 times a week. Again, I was good with that a couple months ago, but I've fallen off and I got sick, so I just wanted to get back into that. If I ease into it and I'm just doing 2 days a week next week, and then by the end of the month I'm at 3 to 4 days a week, I'll be happy with that. I want to incorporate more cardio just because I did like a little tiny mini hike when I was home. I need to do more cardio. I was like, holy crap. And I love hiking in the summer, so I definitely want it to be more enjoyable. So I need to start preparing. I want to do some sort of mobility work almost daily. So that could be 5 minutes of just some mobility exercises for like my hips, my back. That could be a yoga video. I really like doing yoga at home, just like doing that before I shower at night kind of thing. Next one is a lofty goal. I don't know if this will happen, but 100 YouTube subscribers. So if you'd like to be one of those 100, please subscribe. A girl can dream. Like, I'm trying to set realistic goals, but also for something like that, I think like the 10x rule thing is cool. Like, you have to set like massive goals to actually put in enough effort to see something from it. Read a book again, so hopefully finish Onyx Storm. We have take my dirt bike out again. This is a goal from last month. So we'll see. I'm not home as much, so we'll see if that happens. It's just kind of like a fun little goal. Like, some of my goals often are more like bucket list items for the month, and I think that's a really fun way to spice up goal setting. So I also have paddleboarding. I love paddleboarding, and I actually brought my paddleboard here to the city, and I'm going with a friend tomorrow because it's supposed to be like 28 degrees tomorrow, which is insanity. So I'm so excited for that. Go to the hot springs. So there's hot springs where I live. I love going in the spring, like before it's super busy and when it's not super hot out. Again, I don't really know if I have the time while I'm home because I am planning and setting up a baby shower, as I kind of already mentioned. So that will probably be taking a lot of my time and energy. So we'll see. Get ready most days, even when I'm working from home. I think look good, feel good. And yeah, I just feel better when I get a little bit ready every day. It doesn't even have to be wearing like a ton of makeup, but just curling my eyelashes, putting some brow gel on, a lip gloss or something, or on a cute outfit, doing my hair in some way. And then again, focus on drinking lots of water and keep using my dental picks. Those ones I'm already like for a consistent habit. So it's just like second nature and I don't have to think about it now, which is the goal for all goals. Now we'll talk about what's going on in May. I have my 2 spring classes. I get to do that behaviorism field school at the wildlife reserve, so I'm so excited about that. Planning a baby shower and hosting the baby shower. Those are my big things for this month. For my budget, I'm trying to again prioritize like my health and fitness and relationships, so I'm gonna be a little okay with working a little bit less this month, which is honestly one of my biggest struggles. I'm always super motivated in like work and career and money and everything like that in school, but looking back, something I wish I had done from like years 18 to 23 is be okay with working a little bit less and have a bit more fun and enjoy life a bit more. So I'm trying to have that energy going forward. So it's hard kind of for me actually to think about, but it'll be okay. I am expecting my gas to be quite high because I travel between here and my hometown a couple times this month, and I also have to drive down to that wildlife reserve. Groceries I'm expecting to be kind of high because I have to buy food for that, and then also the whole tariff situation. As I mentioned, I'm Canadian, so that's all I'll say about that. This month, my saving and investing is a little lower than other months, but still on track with my goals. Dining out, I set a $100 limit. We'll see. Shopping, 150. Gifts, 60. 45 for my like medication. Hobbies, so that's like if I buy books or anything, $50. Coffee, $25. Miscellaneous, 20, and then experiences, 50, which totals up to $500. We will see how that goes. I'll update you next month, I guess. All right, so that is pretty much it for my May reset. Next month, I might add in a couple more things like cleaning, decluttering kind of things, but I just wanted to try a nice sit down video for today. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And in the comments, let me know how your April went and some of your goals and intentions moving forward into May. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.